I work for an airline, so we travel quite a bit. I retired from an airline. And so we go to a lot of different states. I had family in New Jersey and my son in Florida, and we do go on vacations, trips, and it's comforting to know that I can go to any hospital and they're going to respond to my insurance because they see it as very favorable. So that's a great comfort, and not have to worry about where are we going to go to the hospital and have that peace about it.
After speaking with someone from USA Medicare Solutions, I feel completely confident that I will make the right choice for my personal situation that will benefit me for a very long time.
Hi, I'm David Lloyd from USA Medicare Solutions. I'm here to make Medicare easy. I'm trying to simplify it for you. I know you're going through at this moment in time, you don't know what you're doing. You get mail coming through all the time. It's like a maze to you. You don't understand. You turn 65 and you're stressed because you do not know where to go. I am going to help you. This is USA Medicare Solutions. This is my disclaimer. This video is for educational purposes only, and no plan-specific benefits or details will be shared. We are not connected with any federal Medicare program. There are 4 parts to Medicare. Part A, which is hospital. Part B, which is medical. Part C is a Medicare Advantage supplement. And Part D is a drug prescription plan. I am going to explain these as best I can to you. I do this because making the right choices is going to be more predictable healthcare in the future for you. It's going to save you money. I'm going to save you money. Okay, Medicare Part A, that's your hospital insurance. There's no premium due for most people. If you have a minimum of 40 quarters of Medicare taxes paid for premium, there's no cost for Part A at 65. You will pay a premium if you have less than 10 years of Medicare coverage, employment. You will pay a premium for that, depending on how many quarters you've got in there, but most people get it free. Medicare Part B is optional. You can take it or you can wait for it if you don't want to do it. If you want to keep your insurance from your employees, you can wait for that and you can do it later. And there's no penalty for that if you just keep a continuous coverage, which means that you're with your employee or you want to stay with them and then you want to do it later. If you decide to do it later, as long as there's no gap in the coverage, there's no penalty. But if there's a gap in the coverage, if you decide to stop the employee group or whatever insurance you've got, leave it for 12 months and decide to go into Part B, after 12 months you will pay 10% for every full 12 months that you decide not to take it. So if you left it for 3 years, you'd have to pay 30% extra on top of your Part B. Now there's an initial enrollment period also for Part B. There's a 7-month enrollment period. It means that 3 months before your birth month and 3 months after your birth month and then your birth month. So say for instance, if you were born in June, okay, 3 months before June and 3 months after June and the month of June, you would have an initial enrollment period. It doesn't matter what previous illness you have. It doesn't matter if it's cancer or any heart problems, they have to take you by law. Now, there is an annual deductible for Part B. It's $185 annually. It's not monthly, it's annually. So you pay your Part B premium, which is $135.50, and you pay $185 deductible every year. Original Medicare Part A and B is 80-20. Medicare pays 80%, you pay 20%. So you got your Parts A and B, original Medicare, and then you need your supplement to cover anything that Medicare doesn't pay. I am going to explain that the best I can for you today. If for any reason You do not understand anything I'm explaining to you today, I need you to call the number at the bottom of the screen for any information. We give free information. That's USA Medicare Solutions. Now you've got Original Medicare, Parts A and B, and then you've got your Medicare Supplement, Medigap, or you do a Medicare Advantage plan. Medicare Supplement, which is a Medigap. It's called Medigap, Medicare Supplement. It's got plans A to N. Plans A to N, there's 10 plans. The best plan is Plan F. That's the most comprehensive plan. That's got everything you need. But obviously, because it's got everything you need, it's going to be more expensive. So we're looking at plans to save you money and give you the same benefits, all the benefits you need, like Plan F. So we're looking at Plan G. Plan G gives you all the benefits except the $185 annual, remember that word, annual deductible, which is $185. So once you pay the $185 annually, you don't pay anything else. All you pay is your premium for your Medicare supplement. You can go to all doctors. That means any doctor, any hospital in the United States, any, as long as they take Medicare, which I think 99% people take Medicare, doctors these days, and there's no referrals required. So if you're traveling, for instance, you like to travel all over America, people I know, they've got Harley Davidsons and they like to travel all over and they're ex-military, they love the Medicare supplement. They don't have to get referrals anywhere in the country. Every plan Medicare supplement does, the Medigap, is exactly the same. Whoever you go with, you decide to take it out with, it's got exactly the same benefits. Then you go to your Medicare Advantage. Your Medicare Advantage plan is an HMO, a PPO, PFFS. If you get the HMO, which is the Medicare on the Medicare Advantage, you have to go into network. So if your doctor's not in network, if the doctor you like going to, you can't use that doctor. You've got to go into their network. So if you decide to go out of the network, if you go out of your zip code, you are out of your network. So you're going to pay out of network fees if you get ill and you have to go to a doctor. That's an HMO. PPO, if you go out of your area, you will have to pay the doctor up front and then get it refunded later. So in my opinion, in my humble opinion, it looks to me, if you can go to any doctor in any hospital, anywhere, and not pay anywhere in the country, it sounds a lot better than being in network with a Medicare Advantage plan. This is my opinion. With a Medicare supplement, Medigap plan, there are no co-pays. There's no co-pays. If you go with a Medicare Advantage, you have to pay a co-pay every time you go to the doctor. So, and you get shared expense plans. So if you go there and you have to go on a regular basis, it's going to cost you a lot more money than paying for a Medigap plan. So on a Medigap plan, there's no deductible. On a Medicare Advantage plan, there says there's no current plan that does a deductible. That's fair enough. On a Medicare supplement plan, there is no out-of-pocket. This is based on a Plan F or a Plan G. In a Medicare Advantage plan, there is out-of-pocket. That can range between $4,500, depending who you go with, up to $10,000 sometimes. Now, in my opinion, an out-of-pocket sounds like a deductible. That's in my opinion. So it could get expensive. The next part of Medicare is Part D, a drug prescription plan, PDP. So who's eligible for Medicare Part D? Anyone who is entitled or is entitled to Medicare Part A and or is enrolled in Part B and permanently resides in the service area. Anything that you do as a supplement or a Medicare Part D, any kind of supplement, you have got to have Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B. Without those, you cannot, that which is original Medicare, you cannot get a supplement or a drugs prescription plan. With a Medicare supplement, a Medigap plan, you must have a standalone drugs prescription plan. In my opinion, that is the best option. With a Medicare Advantage plan, a drugs prescription plan is usually included. That is if it's an HMO. If it's a PPO, you can still get a standalone drugs prescription plan. It all depends what you want to do. It's all your decisions at the end of the day. Now let me tell you, the most popular reason for these plans selection, the first one is the Medicare, the Medigap, the Medicare supplement. You can use any doctor, any hospital in the United States, no matter where you are. It's not going to cost you anything. There's no co-pays. The Medicare Advantage, the most popular reasons this plan's selected is it's lower monthly payments. You've got lower monthly payments, sounds great, but you have to go into network. Doctors are on networks, so you've got your lower monthly payment, that's good, but then you have to pay co-pays. If you've got a previous existing illness, you're going to the hospital more and more, you pay more co-pays, you're going to be paying more out of pocket. So, in my opinion, it's better to get the Medicare supplement. You know, from January the 1st to December every year, you're going to be able to budget. You're going to know every penny that's going out of your pocket every 12 months. And in October the 15th to December the 7th, which is open enrollment every year for a Medicare Advantage plan, every year, you have got to check out which is the best one for you. Is there a better plan? Is it going to save me more money? I don't know. You've got to look at your own health requirements. As far as I'm concerned, Medigap is a better option. Okay, Medicare supplement. Let me give you some ideas of how much it's going to cost you. We're going to base this on Plan G. First of all, you've got to have your Medicare Part A. That's not going to cost you anything. Then you've got Medicare Part B. It's $135.50. So that's monthly. You've got to pay that. That's going to come out of either your Social Security, if you decide to take it, or it's going to come out of your bank account if you decide to wait to take your Social Security, perhaps till 66 or to 70. Okay? That also, on Part B, could depend, the price on Part B could depend on how much you're actually earning. Now, for instance, if you're earning $80,000 a year singly, or $170,000 claiming joint, you're going to pay $135.50. Anything above that, it'll be pro rata, depending on what you pay and what your income is, and that means earned income. So you've got $135, let's base it on that. Most people do $135 a month on the Part B. So then you've got the premium for your Plan G. Now Plan G at this moment in time, with a decent company, it's going to cost you around about $126. Let's base it on $126 a month. So you've got your $135 plus your $126, that's $261.50. That's what you'll be paying, okay? Now for a Medigap, you have got to get a Part D. Now the Part D is extra. It's going to cost you, which is your drugs prescription plan. Let me explain that. it is going to cost you around about $25 a month. That's a good drugs prescription plan. It's going to cost you $286 a month. On top of that, you're going to be paying $185 annual deductible. Let me say that again. That is annually, it's not monthly. So you're going to make one payment on your Plan G of $185 a month. So the first time you go to the doctors or to the hospital, that should pay it. Okay, let's move over to the Medicare Advantage plan. This is an HMO, PPO, PFFS. So the Medicare Advantage Part A is going to cost $0. Medicare Part B is still $135, but that $135 is not paid to Medicare, it is paid to the company that you go with. So the big name companies you're talking about, who you're doing your business with, there you're going to pay that $135 to them. It's not going to Medicare. So you've got your Medicare Advantage plan. In some cases, there's low or no monthly premiums, but there are co-pays. There are out-of-pocket. If you've got any previous illness and you have to go to the doctors on a regular basis, you will pay a premium. It'll be expensive because you'll be going. It'll be more, and you'll never know how much you will pay monthly or 12 monthly with a Medicare supplement plan. In my opinion, this is, by the way, you will be better off. You'll know from day one, from January to December, how much you're going to be paying. Okay, when to enroll in Medicare. If you're still working and covered under employee group insurance, you can enroll in Medicare. Some companies like you to do that. If you're collecting Social Security, you can enroll in Medicare. And also, if you're not collecting Social Security, you can enroll in Medicare. So if you're still working, covered under an employee group insurance, stay with the employee group, delay enrollment in Medicare, there's no penalties, no loss of options. If you decide to leave your employee group insurance, enroll in Medicare, select either Medigap or Medicare Advantage. Call the number on the screen, we'll explain this in more detail. It is important. If you're collecting Social Security, enrollment in Medicare A is usually automatic. Mainly automatic for Plan A, for Part A, but not for B. You do have to go down and get signed, or you can sign up online if you're that way inclined. If you're not collecting Social Security, call Social Security 90 days before your 65th birthday, get your Medicare Part A and get your Medicare Part B if you want to enroll in it. You will get a card off the Social Security, which is your Medicare health card. You'll get that in the mail. Please go down and do that. You can do that online if you want to do, and some people are good at that. But I would say go down to Social Security and do it. It's a lot better. You know, you can talk to somebody and you know what's the best thing to do. There are 3 websites that you can go onto this. There's www.medicare.gov. That's more or less what I've just been through for you. There's the www.mysocialsecurity.gov. That's another one you can go into. But one of the most important ones to go into is www.mymedicare.gov. Mymedicare.gov will tell you how much you have paid, what the bills are for, and where they're coming from. You need to get signed into that and find out more about where you're paying your bills and who you're paying it to. Thanks for listening to me. Please call us for any free information. Please call the number on the bottom of the screen. Call us. Once you've called us and you've spoken to us, we will send you a free book, which is Navigating Medicare. I do this because making the right choices will assure and more predictable health care in your senior years. God bless.